In this video, I'll be talking about how to cycle your training, the supersets and trisets, forced reps, isotension, and training till failure, as well as flushing for max pump. So what does cycling your training mean? Essentially what it means is on one day you go heavy and on the next day you go light. It's a very basic principle. In fact, you may have already encountered this principle. But if you're new to it, essentially what you want to do is you want to pick a day where you're going a little bit heavier than you normally go to step out of your comfort zone, and then on the next day to go a lot lighter but allow your body to recover. And in essence, you get the recovery time you need, and at the same time you push yourself harder the previous day so you get the gains that you needed. Supersets are when you do one exercise or one workout, and then right after you've done that particular set, you do another set without stopping. So you don't stop at all. So you've done 8 reps of your tricep pull downs, and essentially what you want to do is you want to do another set. So you go in and you do another set of the same thing, but you can lower the weight a little bit just so you can succeed. The way forced reps work is when you're doing an exercise and you can't do any more repetitions, one of your friends will come in, or your bodybuilding training partner will come in, and they'll spot you and they'll help you complete that repetition. So by doing that, they can help you 1, 2, or 3 reps or so of spotting that they do that helps you complete that repetition. Because you wouldn't be able to do that repetition normally, now you can because somebody helps you and you force the rep out. Training till failure is doing the repetitions until you cannot do no more. Now it doesn't mean that you have to get sloppy with your technique and continue on and then have your muscles get a maximum pump. No, not necessarily. All it means is keep doing the repetitions until you can no longer complete a full normal rep. So keep in mind that it has nothing to do with trying to push yourself further or anything. You just train, you keep doing that exercise until you cannot do it any longer without compromising form. If you start to compromise form, just stop. Part of the reason why training till failure is good is because it forces you to do the maximum amount correctly. Now you can employ other bodybuilding training techniques if you want to go past that level, but in essence you should be trying to find a range anywhere from 6 to 12 reps of where you cannot do a single another rep because you've picked the right weight and the right type of style of training to really push out that specific amount. And part of it is because you need to be precise in your training. If you're not precise in your training, you don't define what you need to do and how you're going to do it, you will fail. So the flushing principle is essentially when you get a pump. So you do the exercise, and then you can either do a little bit extra reps or you do the exercise until you feel a really good burn and a really good pump. And what that does is it just sends lots of blood into the muscle and you get a nice full feeling, and from there you can flex your muscle a little bit. You can essentially just let the blood fill it and then rest for about a minute or however long you'd like. And another very important concept is isotension. The isotension principle is when you, after a set, flex your muscle normally, as hard as you can. Just flex it. You know, flex your tris or whichever muscle group that you work, just flex that muscle without any weight and then relax it. And then keep flexing it and keep relaxing it. And what that does is it allows your body to equalize normally to what you would have done normally, but with extra added blood, and that essentially brings you the gains that you desire. If you utilize all these principles, and if you work hard, and if you work smart, you will effectively build more muscle. What you need to remember is that these principles are all interchangeable. You can mix and match peak tension or not locking out, drop sets. You can mix and match, and you can create a type of specific arrangement that will give you the optimal feeling, and you will know through the mind-muscle connection whether you've gotten a good workout or not. Remember, these are plateau busting techniques. This should not always be used. In general, your progressive resistance training should continue. You should always be putting on a little bit of extra weight. But when you start feeling that you're stalling or that you're not getting the gains that you need, remember, there are very many different techniques you can employ. I've talked about around 26 to 27 techniques in these 5 series part of videos. But keep in mind, there are more techniques. There's more learning that you could do. There's always something you can learn when it comes to bodybuilding. And remember, by employing these advanced bodybuilding techniques, you are that much closer to being a professional bodybuilder. And if you work hard, you will continue to make gains, and you will be the next bodybuilding champion. Also, I wanted to ask you guys, what techniques are you using? Are you using any other techniques that I didn't cover today? Or are there some techniques that you heard about but weren't sure what they were called? Go ahead, comment down below, let me know what you think of this video. Comment, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Cheers, guys.